Yes, how's it going? So, today we are going to do a first impression let's play review of a game called Reign of Guilds. As always, with all of my first impression let's play reviews, I'm going to be playing the game for an hour or more until I am satisfied that I can give you my opinion whether or not to play the game. If you are in a hurry and you don't feel like watching the full video, then you can simply skip to the last 10 minutes or so of the video. I will put a timestamp in the description below, and in the last 10 minutes or so I will give you my quick, concise final opinion on the game. But otherwise, if you're not in a hurry, you can just stay tuned, and I will be playing the game and giving you my running commentary as I play through the game and tell you what I think is good about the game and what I think is bad about the game. So the game is not yet released, it's not yet available, and it is in a closed beta / closed alpha. I'm not too sure what you call playtests these days, but if we look over here, the game is in a playtest. I am not part of the playtest. Like you can see, I did not even request access to the playtest, so I am not in the playtest. I literally own the game. So we are playing the quote-unquote full version of the game today. We are not playing the playtest at all, so that should be mentioned. You will be seeing quite a lot of videos and streamers and people playing the game, but they're doing the playtest. I'm not doing the playtest, I'm actually playing the actual game. So the developer was nice enough to send me a full key for the game so that I can access the game before the game is officially released. I don't believe they have a full, a complete release date for the game yet. They currently are just saying the first quarter of 2024. So within the next 2 or 3 months, probably, is the time that the developers are planning to release the game, and I believe it will then go into early access. So I believe it will go into early access, not just like a full release, even though I might be wrong. I'm not seeing anything regarding that on the Steam page at all. So I'm not really seeing anything regarding whether or not the game will be an early access release or will it be a full release. Usually developers will put here in the tags on Steam, they will put here early access, if it is going to be an early access game. So it might actually not be an early access game, to be honest. It might just fully release. But yeah, anyway, I also don't have a price for you guys. Normally when I review a game, I compare the price. So if the game is bad, like if at the end of today's video I concluded that the game is bad, but the game costs $5 or $10, then I might still recommend the game. But if I conclude the game is bad and the game costs $60 or whatever, then I definitely won't recommend the game. So the price of the game definitely influences my decision whether or not I can recommend the game. And this game seems that it will be using the subscription model. So when the game releases, like let's say the game releases in 2 months, you will be able to buy the game. They also say it over here somewhere. You will be able to buy the game, and then I think it's here. Yeah, buy to play. So the game, when it releases, will use the buy to play method. Okay, so there they say early access. So yeah, that confirms it. The game will release into early access. So buy to play, so the game is going to cost whatever, $20 or $30, probably. It will probably be around $30, to be honest, even though that's not confirmed yet. So the game will cost that amount. And then after the game has released, like in a year or two, after the game has been in early access for a year or two, then the game will switch over to a subscription model, which is pay to play. So then it will be pay to play, or a subscription model. Pay to play is also known as a subscription model, which is essentially the same as what something like World of Warcraft uses, or Final Fantasy 14, for instance. Both World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy 14 have trials, so they have a 14-day trial. This game will be using the same system, where you get a 14-day trial. You can see it right there. And after the 14-day trial, you have to then pay for a subscription. So according to the developer, the subscription is a monthly subscription, more or less. You can, if you want to, buy 2 days of playtime or 14 days of playtime if you want to, for some reason. But after that, it will be 30 days, 30 days, 30 days. And it will cost, according to the developer, anywhere between $7 and $12, depending on your region. So obviously, if you are in India or Argentina or Turkey or Cuba or any of those poor countries, poor regions, then you will probably pay around $7. But if you are in Europe, like United Kingdom or Australia or America or Japan or any of those rich countries, then you will be paying $12 per month. So I just wanted to explain what the game is going to cost and how the monetization is going to work in the game. So that is all of the monetization. They say that they will also have skins that you can buy, and armor skins and different animations, and then also customization for your house. So you will be able to have a house, and you will be able to buy customizations for those as well. And then they also say rental of items. So that's something that I don't like. There's another game that I played. I forgot the name now, but it's like a Korean MMO. And unfortunately, a lot of Korean MMOs use the system where you can rent an item. And that's just really scummy, in my opinion. Like, you can rent a horse. A lot of Korean MMOs allow you to rent a horse. So you can buy the horse for whatever, $10 or whatever. But you can also rent the horse for like $3 for a week or something like that, you know? So it seems this developer is going to use that same monetization system, which I'm not a fan of. Like, I don't have a problem with the subscription model. I played World of Warcraft for probably around 11 years, and I paid like $10 each and every month for like almost 11 years. So I don't have any issue with the subscription model. But in my opinion, you then cannot charge money for anything else. Now, World of Warcraft charges money for pets, they charge money for mounts, and that, in my opinion, is not good. I wouldn't say that it's immoral, but it's not good. And unfortunately, this game is going to do the same. They're basically going to follow, like I said, the same model as World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy XIV. So we will see how that works out, but I'm not a fan of the monetization model. I don't have an issue with the subscription model, but the rest of these monetizations, in my opinion, it's not good. Charging money for anything, if your game is on a subscription model or buy to play. If the game is buy to play, meaning you pay $30, $40, whatever for the game, right from the start. So anyway, with that out of the way, we can now go ahead and start the game. So we start up with the settings. First off, I don't really have any issues with the settings. All of the settings are fine, except there's no borderless window mode. So there's a windowed mode, but there's no borderless windowed mode. So that is one of the modes that is missing, unfortunately. You need to have 4 modes here, and this game only has 3. They allow you to select different frame rates, but I'm not seeing 240 and I'm not seeing 360 here. So you get 240 hertz monitors and you get 360 hertz monitors, and this game does not allow any of those settings. So people who have 240 hertz monitors or 360 hertz monitors, unfortunately, will not be happy about that. They should just allow you to select any frame rate that you want, like with a slider like this, for instance. These sliders are totally fine. Just have a fucking slider that allows you to select any amount that you want, instead of having this really unnecessary, why can't I select 100? There we go. Having this really unnecessary thing where you select a set frame rate. It's just not good, in my opinion. The game does have FSR upscaling, but it does not have DLSS upscaling. It also doesn't have Intel XLSS upscaling. So it is missing 2 of the different types of upscaling. It does allow you to select the resolution scale, which is always good. And yeah, otherwise than that, I don't really have any issues. All of the options are pretty good. There is no colorblind accessibility options, which is not super good. The game does have a nudity option, but I can't play with a nudity option because not only will it disable my monetization on my video, it will also possibly get me a community strike, because YouTube really does not allow nudity except in music videos. In music videos, you can go crazy. You can show tits and ass and pussy and everything in music videos on YouTube, but you cannot show nudity in any other category. It's literally just the music category on Steam that allows you to show nudity. You cannot show nudity in games. They do sometimes allow nudity in the medical category as well, but yeah, since this is not the medical category or the music category, this is the video game category, so I am not allowed to show nudity. But the game does have that option if you want to. Okay, so we get male, female. For some reason, she groans when you select a different gender.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh.
It's really not easy to see the difference between the voices, to be honest. They all sound pretty similar.
Yeah. Ha. Ha. Oh.
Like, really, there's almost no difference between them. And then there's male. Okay. That one. That one makes me laugh. So that one is very deep.
Ha ha.
That one is also very deep. And this one is not so deep.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, this one, I don't want to call it a gay voice, but it's a gay voice. Wow, that's a very long laugh. Yeah, that one is definitely different than the other two voices. Okay, so you can choose different skin colors. You can make your height lower, make it higher. Hitbox size. Oh, the hitbox size actually changes based on the size of a character. That's really interesting. You don't see that hardly ever, to be honest. And then you can make your body have Ryan Gosling abs or nothing at all. It doesn't seem like you can make your body really fat. There's no fat options. So it seems this game is a little bit fattest.
Ha. Ah.
So when you're bigger, the hitbox size is bigger, which is obviously a negative. And your satiety depletion is higher, which means the game will probably have a hunger and a thirst system, probably. So, yeah. That's interesting. What's this massiveness? Holy shit. Even the head, like, expands. Look at that. This guy's like a giga Chad dude. Okay. Well, I think being smaller is better. You get minus 10% attack range, but I don't think that's so bad. I think having a smaller hitbox is definitely going to be better, and then the satiety depletion being lower will also be better, in my opinion. This doesn't seem to do anything. Like this, the massiveness, it doesn't seem to affect anything at all. So we can leave that as that. The muscularness also doesn't seem to do anything. I would have liked it if the muscularness maybe increased your melee damage or something like that, you know? Similar to what the height thing does, you know? Okay. Clothes only for preview. So you can just basically preview different clothes styles and armors. That actually looks not too bad. It's nice quality. I like the armor quality. It's not bad at all. Can you rotate? Oh yes, you can rotate the character. It's interesting. Is there anything else we can do? Okay, and then head. Fat. Is that only the face? Yeah, that's only the face. So you can change the fat on your face, but you can't change the fat on the rest of your body. I don't really have an issue with this face. This face looks fine. There's no issues. Hairstyle. Okay, can we zoom out? Oh yes, you can zoom in and out with a mouse button. So that's not bad. So bold, short, long. Those are literally options. Bold, short, and long. That's really really few options. Like seriously. And then they also don't allow you to select any kind of hair color. Like I would like to be able to select like green and purple and red and blue and orange, just like anything, and they don't really allow you to do that. Even like selecting orange, that's more like yellow, you know, it's yellow. Red is more like a rust type color. It's not actually red. So the colors aren't even the correct colors. I mean, this is black, and then it's definitely not black. Like even that, if you take both black, it's not black. You know, it's not actually black. Oh, there we go. We can actually like get yellow, but not orange. You see, even if you put both to red, that's not a good red color. So I don't know. The color is definitely a little bit off. Like no jokes. The color is not very good in my opinion. But okay. We're gonna go with a like a Lilu multipass type hair color. If you get that reference, then congratulations. This doesn't change bloody anything hardly. Like look at that. You need to zoom in. It's such a small difference. Ah, you can change the brightness as well. Okay, so is that the least or the most? You see, I put both on red. Look at that. How the fuck is that red? Oh, there we go. That's more like it. That is pretty red. I actually like it more the way it was. I think it was like this. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, and then eyes. Holy shit, zoom in, why don't you? Okay, well that's a nice color. Like they should allow you to select these colors with the bloody hair. Like why don't they allow you to select these colors with the hair? I mean, seriously. I don't know, like, this is probably not even going to be noticeable in the game, to be honest. Things like this usually aren't noticeable when you're in the game, but I guess we will see. Okay, I'm not even gonna play with this anymore. I'm happy with that. Nose, lips, expression. Okay, well, that looks freaky. Holy shit. Like, you can really create a monster in this fucking game. Yeah, that looks a little bit freaky. Holy shit. Yeah, that looks a little bit freaky deaky. Let's just put everything back the way it was, more or less. I'm happy with how it was. Nose? Can we fuck up your nose? Yeah, that is a very ugly girl. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go. You can select the server, by the way, like at the beginning when you log in. You can select EU West, EU East, or America. So there are American servers and EU servers right now. We finally have music. We haven't had music this whole bloody time. Now all of a sudden the music decides to jump in. Attention, in this tavern all characters are invulnerable to PvP damage. However, once you leave it, the general karma system will take effect. Attacking and killing other players will lead to serious consequences, loss of karma, aggressive guards, etc. Unlawful actions in safe zones, villages and cities are especially punishable. You can find various items in the open world like bags with loot, equipment, raw materials, and medicinal herbs. Any player can pick these items up and they will appear in their inventory. Aim at the bag on the table and press E. Pressing F will highlight all interactable items on the ground around your character. By default, your character has a basic inventory with 6 slots for special items and 18 slots for ordinary items and equipment. Your character will also be equipped with additional bags to increase the carrying capacity, 1 main bag and an unlimited number of smaller containers. Unlimited, you say? I like games with unlimited. Any word in the game that says unlimited, I am a big fan of. Pay attention to the weight of the items you pick. There you see. There comes the rub. Yeah, the weight restriction. When overloaded, the character becomes slow and clumsy. Pressing I opens your inventory. Press tab to bring up the cursor to interact with items in your inventory. Double click on a bag to equip it. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Okay, so you can press O. That's your character inventory. Holy shit. Okay, so helmet, shoulders, cape, necklace, chest. What's that? A wrist, and then your other wrist, and then gloves, and then more gloves. I don't know what that is. Chest, pants, ring. What's this? Trinkets. And then you can have like a book and another book and a scroll and I don't know what the hell that is. Holy shits, you can equip a lot of stuff. Oh, these are abilities. Okay. And then that's I. Restore a small portion of health. 230. Okay, so we have 1050 health. So this will restore basically a quarter. Spell cast cost. Okay, so it's a spell. Increases target's max HP for a small amount. Spellcast. Duration 600 seconds, so that's 10 minutes. Tabula rasa. Use it to rearrange attributes. Why does it show something green over here? Okay, for some reason it shows green over there. Old bag. Right click, left click.
Hey, pal. Before you go, grab this drunkard sword and head down to the basement. The mentor is waiting for you there.
Who's talking to me? Were you talking to me? Equipment. You can pick up equipment like all other items appears in your inventory. Quicker use. It is better to move them to the hotbar. On equipping an item, the character gets a cooldown. Its length depends on the item and its weight to pick up the sword. After that, you can draw the sword, double clicking on the icon, blah blah blah. Okay. So what, do you just left click? Ah, you press E, okay. And then we move it to the hotbar. After that you can draw the sword, double click on its icon. So must it be 1 or C1? Oh, control 1. Okay, no, we don't want that to be control 1. We can just make it 1. Boom. Okay. Each type of attack in the game has its own set of attacks. Oh, each type of weapon. All attacks start a cooldown. The heavier the weapon, the longer the cooldown. Normal attacks just deal damage on hit. The direction of normal attacks, 8 directions, deals depends on the direction the character moves at the start of the attack. One-handed weapon, special attack, deals additional damage if it hits the opponent's head, but also drains your energy. To continue, go down the mentor's basement and practice regular attacks and special attacks. What's that other game? Kingdom Come Deliverance. That's the game. Kingdom Come Deliverance. I think I have a review for that game on my channel. One of the things, well, one of the main things that I didn't like about the game was the combat system. It had also a quote-unquote advanced combat system where you had to like attack and depending on how you attack and how you move, you can attack in different directions. And I despised the attack system, the combat system in that game. Even though I liked the most of the rest of the game, it's just really the combat system that completely destroyed that game for me. Otherwise than that, it's not a bad game, but it shows you how a bad combat system can completely just
I must teach you the basics
destroy a game.
of magic. Let's start with the basics. A short sword is at its best in a tight battle formation or a cramped space. It's also a perfect weapon against unarmored opponents. It will be of little use against heavy armor though, except for special attacks. Aim for the head and it will help you deal with armored enemies. At short distances and in tight spaces, two-handed weapons perform poorly. A skillful fighter with a short sword or a dagger can easily get close to you the moment you make a swing, rendering your attack useless. So the most important thing with two-handed arms is keeping your distance.
Okay. In melee combat, it is essential to keep your distance. Hitting your opponent with the tip of the sword will deal more damage than hitting them with a part closer to the crossguard. It is especially true when using axes and maces. Feel free to feel the distance better. Pay attention to the crosshair. It changes shape when focusing on a target that is within range. To continue, try to hit the dummy at the shortest distance, then try to attack it as far as the length of the blade allows. Pay attention to the damage being dealt. So, holy shit, this game doesn't just have 8 different attacking directions. This game also has a distance aspect to combat. So not only do you have to consider the 8 different distances or the 8 different directions that you can attack, which I'm assuming is attack and backwards, attack and forwards, attack and left, attack and right. So that's already 4 different ones. And then probably attack and forward right, attack and forward left, attack and backwards left, attack and backwards right. So that will make 8. So that's probably the 8 different attacking directions. And then, like I say, you also need to consider the distance. So that's even more advanced than Kingdom Come Deliverance's system. But if the system was implemented differently than what it was implemented in Kingdom Come Deliverance, then perhaps I will like this attacking system. But like I said, I did not like it in the slightest in Kingdom Come Deliverance. So the range on the short sword is 1.3 meters, and the range on the claymore is 1.8 meters. And then you also have a shield. So can't you put that one on that one? I guess not. And then crossbow. Do you need arrows in this game or not? Okay, so I'm pressing it, but it doesn't want to equip. Maybe the tutorial is limiting me right now. Okay, let's equip the two-hander. So if I focus on this one, okay, so I'm not hitting it, and then if I move slightly forward, Now I should be hitting it. Nope. Nope. So what does the... Bloody hell, these guys are making a lot of noise. Can't I make you guys quiet because you're becoming irritating? There we go. Okay, now I can actually fucking think. So, if you look at the bottom right, when I hit it, that number will change, 435. So I'm not hitting it. Okay, there I hit it, 523. 528, 540, 530, 500, 500, 540, 520, 530. So it's basically a variance of about 30. But then if I just move backwards a little bit, like you see here, it shows that I am in range. You know, it shows those white, those little white things. But when I attack, nothing happens. So the indicators are not precise. The indicators are not 100% precise. And then if I move forward slightly, nope, still not hitting him. Move forward slightly. Ah, there we go. Now I'm hitting it. So the indicators are not 100% precise. That's an issue. Hopefully it will be fixed by the time the game releases, but still, that's an issue. You see, I can't even hit it with the right click. With a left click, I'm hitting it. So there, left click, I'm hitting it each time, but right click, I can't hit it with the right click. So that's another issue. The left click and the right click doesn't have the same distance. So the indicator on the crosshair doesn't even change. You see, there's no change when I get closer. So how are you supposed to know when your right click is going to be landing? There's no additional indicator to show. Like, for instance, if this is the left click range, then you should be able to move closer, and then an additional indicator should come up to show that you are within the range of the right click. Because right now I'm in left click range, but I'm not in right click range. You see, right click does nothing. So that's another issue. Okay, there we did 490, 460, 460, 480. So the right click is less powerful. I'm literally against the bloody thing. Okay, there we go. Apparently you need to stand literally against it. Okay, shields and dodges. Shields are offhand items that can be used to partially block any incoming damage. They also provide passive defense bonus when equipped. Shields can be combined with one-handed or powders. Raising your guard and holding it drains your energy. Any character can dodge regardless of their equipment or profession. Dodge consumes energy. Dodging twice or more in a row increases the cost. Equip the shield with your one-hand sword by dragging the shield icon onto the hotbar where you have your sword. Well, I did try that. You see. Nothing's happening. So, am I doing something wrong? Okay, there we go. You first need to holster the sword and then you can do that. That's pretty stupid, but anyway. Okay, there we go. Now we have the shield. If you have already removed the one-handed sword from your hotbar, blah 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 blah. When you have a shield equipped, instead of an alternate attack, you will raise your guard and block with right click. Block or dodge with space the dummy's attacks. The dodges are more effective if you use them after your opponent has already started to attack. How do I... There we go. Started to attack. This way they will not be able to cancel it. Try this out on the dummy. Okay. So you need to dodge when they've already started to attack, I guess. Or block. Well, I'm still taking 1 damage. Even when I have the shield up, I'm still taking 1 damage. Okay, so dodge. Holy shit, that's a lot of lag. Like, look at that. It's literally like zoops. Zoops. It like you teleport. You don't even... Like, it's not smooth. It's literally like lag almost. Look at that. It's a really insane dodge. It's like teleporting. Crossbows allows you to deal damage ranged. If you command, your character will reload it automatically. Jumping, sprinting, and other actions interrupt reloading. Crossbow alternate mode right click allows you to hold your breath and aim, but it consumes energy. The arrows have a basic deviation in accuracy and curve downwards. You can find the aiming range of a crossbow in its item description. To shoot at a distance longer than this, you need to aim over the target. Pick up the crossbow from the table, arm yourself with it, and fire a few. Oh, you also get magic. That's cool. Okay, so we just shoot like this. Boom. 410 damage. 430 damage. 337 damage. I guess that was a body hit maybe. No, that was a head hit as well. Let's try again. That's in the head. 620. Well, 420. 400. Oh, 350. Okay, so it seems there's a massive variance on the crossbow. It goes all the way from 350 to 450. Why is there such a huge variance on the crossbow? So yeah, there's like 100 variance, and then on the weapons it's only about a 70 variance. So yeah, okay, the variance on some weapons are more than some of the other weapons, but okay. The range, it doesn't even say the range. So like on the melee weapons, it says 1.8 meters. But on the crossbow, it doesn't say a range. And they said over there that it will state a range. But okay, and anyway. There are 7 buff slots above your hotbar. When all 7 of them are occupied, you are invulnerable to new magical effects. Take heed that it does not protect you from the purification spell and magical damage. When equipping magic and pressing Alt, the crosshair will tell you if you can use it. Only your character or other characters or any other target. Using the same key combination, Alt and left click, cast a buff on yourself. It will only take 1 buff slot. To fill each, you will need different buffs. Okay, so I'm guessing they're referring to these circles over here. So they're not really saying on what I should do. Oh, art powder. Okay, they say there at the top, art powder. Okay, I don't have hard powder. I have powder miscrafted hard, but I don't have hard powder. But I'm assuming they mean this. Wait, alt? No. How the hell does this work? Okay, and then alt and left click. Okay, well there we go. Each time you use a spell, you consume 1 powder. Most powders can be used with both hands or as a one-handed weapon. Special two-handed powders attack allow you to heat the powder. Successfully heated powder casts will be much more effective than the usual one. Be careful, heating the powder for too long. The third touch of the slider to any of the walls will cause it to explode. Take the Ikikli powder from the table, cast an icicle at the dummy several times with a regular magic attack. Then try heating the powder. Green zone of the scale. Okay, so where do I find the icicle powder? Icicle powder. It says I should take it from the table, but like there's nothing here. I'm pressing E. Over here there was just 2 swords, a shield, and a crossbow, so like it would be really useful if they could at least show you where the objective is, you know. I do have some powders here, but they literally say here I should take it from the table. But I guess I'm not gonna do that then. I guess I'm just gonna follow my own shit. Okay, so we have the icicle powder. So you just normal left click. Is there a range on this thing or not? Let's see. Boom. 320. Boom. 320. And then a heated cast. So pressing a right click to use a heated power more effectively, press left click the moment the slider is in the green zone. So right click. Right click. Okay. How much damage did that do? 410. $530. Okay. Are you happy? No. The character has 2 ways of development, physical and magical. The maximum level for each way is 60. There are 9 main characteristics: health, mana, energy, satiety, karma, physical attack, and defense and magical attack and defense. Press P. In addition to the main characteristics, the character has 8 attributes that define their development: physical, strength, agility, endurance, magic, accuracy. So physical is on the left side, and then magical has earth, water, fire, and air. Okay. Attributes grow when you use appropriate. That's not spelled correctly unless I am dyslexic all of a sudden. Weapons and spells use magic, take damage, and from what the fuck? Attributes grow when you use appropriate weapons and spells, use magic, take damage, and other actions. That sentence isn't grammatically correct. With the development of an attribute, its progress bar fills up. Getting several level ups from your attributes gives you a new physical or magical level. Upon death, a certain percentage of the progress bar or attributes is lost, or even attributes that are not fixed by the level. That's fucking gay. I hate that. I hate it. They need to allow you to select that. So if you want that, then you need to select hardcore mode and you need to play with other hardcore players. But they can't force hardcore mechanics on a softcore player. I really hate that. When calculating the development of attributes, a large number of forces are taken into consideration of factors, including the level of the character, the goals, but other things being equal, the development in PvP is faster than in PvE. Why? Why is PvP faster than PvE? Blah blah blah. Attributes tab. Okay, so it shows you karma, physical attack, physical defense, magical attack, magical defense. That bastard just removed his shirt, thinking that I have nudity on. Fortunately, I do not have nudity on. Otherwise, we would have seen some boobies. Okay, so there's fullness, stamina, mana, health, physical. I'm level 5 apparently. Magical, I'm level 2 apparently. Okay. Okay, what did they say? I didn't even read finished there. Attributes tab. Oh, okay, yes, I did do that. Yeah, well, I don't see what else you want me to read here, but okay. Okay. Respecialization. With the help of respecialization scrolls, any attribute points can be redistributed into other attributes with one direction of development, physical or magical. The number of points that can be distributed depends on the level of the scroll. Open your inventory and use the scroll by double clicking on it. Attention, when using the scroll, attribute progress bars will be reset to 0. Using the scroll, you can gradually redistribute the attributes. Points for distribution will remain even after the window is closed. You can open it by pressing R. Okay, I don't want to do that. Thank you very much. We will just skip that point. Boom. Press E to talk to Vernon and get your first 2 quests. And then you press J do not ignore the tutorial quest. Completing them will give you information about the game and a good reward. When you're done, you can leave the tavern through the door in the first floor. Okay, so it's actually pretty interesting that you can gain skills when fighting this dummy. As you see there, dexterity just increased. So that's actually really interesting. You can literally stay here and just farm levels. Strength increased to 6. So like I can literally AFK, I can set up an auto clicker. Actually do have an auto clicker on my computer. I usually use it for idle games. So you can set up an auto clicker and then just farm your dexterity and your strength into infinity. You can literally go stonks on your dexterity and your strength, because you can see there 287, and then if you attack a little bit, maybe even dodge, you can even maybe dodge a little bit. I think that will also increase your stuff. And then we look again. Okay, that's still 287. Why didn't it increase? Dodge, dodge, dodge. Maybe raise my shield a little bit. I don't know if that will help. Why is it still 287? It was literally more earlier. Well, it became more earlier. And then let's see, 1284. So we shoot a little bit. The interesting thing about ranged combat is that you have unlimited arrows, so that will actually make ranged combat really appealing, because you don't have to spend any money or anything like that. A lot of these games you have to spend arrows, and that kind of dissuades the player from going the route for ranged combat. But in this game it's there's no arrows or anything like that that will cost you any money, so that's actually pretty nice. And nothing changed. Why did nothing change? Unless I'm locked now, like unless there's some kind of a thing that prohibits me from doing exactly what I said, because I did gain levels, but now I'm not gaining levels for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe the developers were smarter than that and they simply knew that someone was gonna sit here and try to farm levels, so they put the kibosh on that by making it so that you can't do that. Yeah, I don't see any of my stats improving anymore. So apparently you can't do that. You can't just sit here infinitely farming levels. Where's Vernon? Once again, they don't even show you where the quest location is. So that's not good. They should at least show you. Storekeeper. Lady crying for some reason. This guy has no name apparently. This guy has no name apparently. Ah, there's Vernon. Oh, let me just put the voices back. You are headed to Dwarhan, aren't you? You'll first have to get to Flavius. I guess he'll find a job for you. He's always looking for clean hands. A good way to get some coin after a long journey. Flavius lives in the house just outside of town. He'll give you the second part of your disbursement. You've just arrived in our sweet corner of the world, but I've got to tell you the real power around here is guilds. If you want to gain weight, you'll have to either form one or join one. Either way, it'll be educational for you to talk one of the guild managers. Go find them and see who these fellas are. Ale with eggs. What the hell? Okay, so I guess we can leave. I don't think there's anything else. There was a door down here. Okay, can't open that door, I guess. And so we head out into the big scary world. I'm gonna leave these loading screens in, of course, because if the game has very long loading screens, then that's definitely gonna affect my opinion on the game. Okay, I got a Steam achievement. I don't know for what yet. Yeah, this loading screen is already like a minute almost. Little bit insane. Massive amount of lag. Fortuna, what do you want? You've been following me around for a while. Lag, lag, lag. How can't I even jump over this small fucking... Holy balls. I need to remember to continually press F, because F highlights all nearby items that you can pick up. So you basically need to continually press F. I don't think there's a way to lock F. Let me just have a look. You see highlight items F, but I don't think there's a way to lock it. No, doesn't seem like there's a way to lock it, so unfortunately you're gonna have to press F quite a lot. Why don't you just shoot the chicken? Okay, so where the hell am I supposed to go? Like, I've got no idea where I'm supposed to go. Can I do anything here? the light effects on this tree is also freaking out a little bit. Look at that. I'm not even moving my camera and it's freaking out a little bit. Another issue is that when you're running, you're pressing W. And if you want to sprint, you're pressing shift. So you press W and shift. But then you can't press F. Like F doesn't do anything. So the game has a 2-key limitation. So you can only press 2 keys at once. You can't press 3 keys at once. So that is unfortunately a limitation. You're not going to be able to run around and press F simultaneously. Okay, so that's a vendor. There's Fortuna again. Why will the server close in 5 minutes? You see, that's another issue with always online games. Oh, am I looking for you? No? Blah blah blah. Holy shit, this guy wants 50,000 gold. And then he gives me a token. I don't know what this does. Token. It just says token. That's not very descriptive, to be honest. Just saying token, like what the fuck is the use of just saying token? Holy balls. What's this? I'm pressing E, nothing's happening. Okay, so that's a seller. Token ruined farm. Token lumber mill. Token 10th March castle. Like, what are these tokens? Why isn't there a description on the bloody thing? Also, can you leave chat? Is it possible? There we go. At least they allow you to leave chat. Because I can't read Orcish, so I'm not gonna have chat open. Is there anything here? Can you like break chests or something like that? Okay, I guess not. Like, I seriously have no idea where I need to go, what I need to do. Okay, this guy gives me a quest. Pine planks and iron ingots. Somebody killed somebody, apparently. Ephrocles. What kind of a name is Ephrocles? I also do not like the fact that the game has permanent PvP. Not a fan of that at all. Penalty to magical leveling. Physical level is much higher than your magical level. Well, that's fucking stupid. So you get penalized for playing a physical character or a magical character. You literally have to play both in order to not get penalized. That's really, really fucking stupid. Why would they impose such a limitation on the game? Okay, server will close in 1 minute. I don't know for how long it's gonna be closed. Like, is this thing even displayed on the map? Look at that, it's not even displayed on the map. Like, what is it? In fact, nothing is displayed on the map. Like, none of the vendors are displayed on the map. Nothing like that. Innkeeper. Okay, he gives you a couple of food options and stuff like that. Local hunter. Ah, quests. Find deer pelts. Okay. Okay, so offline. Okay, fantastic. I don't know how long it's gonna be offline. I guess I will just wait for a while and then I will rejoin you guys in a while. I don't know. I will maybe go make myself some coffee or something like that and then come back later and see if the servers are back online. So see you guys in a millisecond. Okay, so I waited about maybe 15-20 minutes and then came back and the servers were online again. So not too bad, but this guy's apparently hallucinating or something because he's pouring himself a imaginary thing, and I don't know, like eating an imaginary apple or something. Like I said, like having always online servers is never good, and that is something that is going to happen a lot, like especially with a indie company like this. They are going to have a lot of server downtime, you know. Unfortunately, just how it is. So that's something that you're gonna have to get used to pretty much when playing this game. Like, what is this? A place that you can buy. Room in the backyard of the Rivolet village. Okay, so that's a house that you can buy. 5,000 gold. I don't like the fact that you can talk to some people and then you can't talk to other people. Like, it also doesn't show you. Like, you can talk to this guy, but you can't talk to this guy. And the game literally doesn't indicate that to you in any way, shape, or form. Okay, let's accept all of these. Can we kill a rat? Chicken? It says you kill the rat 1k and then you kill the chicken minus 4k. What does that even mean? Like, what does minus 4k mean? You see there again, you kill the chicken minus 4k, you kill the rat 1k. So what does the 1000 and a minus 4000 mean? Weapons seller. And what's the difference between MMM and MMO? This one is MMO. All of these other ones are MMM. Like, it would be fantastic if there was some kind of a description or anything like that. Does the game have crafting? I'm pressing E on it and nothing's happening. So I guess the game doesn't have crafting, maybe? Like, I'm still not really sure what I'm supposed to do. Like, I had the 2 starting quests, but I don't know where those people are. The people that are related to those 2 starting quests. I have no idea where they are. Like, the game doesn't even have like a quest pointer or anything like that. Like, sometimes it will show you like whatever 20, it will show a marker 20 meters over there, or something like that, you know. It will just give you some kind of a guide, and in this game there's nothing like that. So if we zoom in, bear pelts, hit the road, Wara. Like, I can't even zoom in more than this. This is literally the maximum amount that I can zoom in. Reach magical level 10, okay. Talk to Flavius. Okay, so that's over there on the road exiting. Over there. They really do not make it easy to get the quest location. Find the quest location. Ah, here we go, Flavius. Why, when you accept the quest, doesn't it just move on to the next quest? Like, it's so irritating to have to select the next one each and every time. Okay, so I need to buy a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not gonna do that right now. Speak with Berth, speak with Errol. Talk to the guild manager. Errol was in there as far as I can remember. What the fuck is a spinner? I mean, I know what a spinner is, but a spinner is usually a term that you find on adult websites. So I'm assuming that's not what it means in this game. As far as I remember, Errol was in there. Let's have a look. Like, really, this map is terrible. Really, really terrible. Let's just go out and kill stuff or something. Except chickens. How is my... Oh, my satiety is not looking good. How do you cook stuff? Like, I have some stuff here. But how do you cook stuff? Like, the game hasn't taught me about professions or cooking yet. So, how are you supposed to learn all of that stuff? Like, it shows right here, you can see there at the top, it shows a yellow marker on this guy, but what the fuck is the use of showing a marker to a quest giver? Ah, I need to speak to this guy. What's the point of that? Like, it doesn't help showing me where a quest giver is. You need to show me on my map. Okay, so I can't even do anything. It says talk to the guild manager. This is the guild manager. Like, look at that. Talk to the guild manager. I'm talking to him right now and nothing is happening. So that's really fucking stupid. But yeah, like I say, what's the point of showing a quest giver? Like, you must show me the quest location. Show me where I need to go. Don't show me where I've been. That's just idiotic. Holy shit, these plants are freaking out. Dalnithium, arcane, brushwood, and mushrooms. Can I pick it from here? No. Now, these plants are freaking out. So the graphical engine or the shader, the game shader is definitely not very good. Obviously it can be improved. Okay, can't do anything there. Unless, can I do something like this? Is that possible? Nope. Come on, for fuck's sake. Warlock. Okay, so that's a bunch of powders and stuff. Like, they haven't shown me anything regarding crafting or anything, or professions. I know they mentioned professions earlier. But, like, where's the bloody tutorial now? Can I... Nope. Nope, nothing. Like, it would be fantastic if I could just know how to cook my chicken that I have. Okay, fuck that shit. Let's just go somewhere. You can't even strafe, like you can't move, you can't strafe left or right whilst holding shift. So that's really idiotic. You can't even sprint and go side to side. Wow, I was actually able to pick that up. See, fucking, you have to hold F the whole bloody time. Otherwise, you're gonna miss a lot of stuff. It's just idiotic to have to hold shift and F and forward constantly. That's literally what I'm doing right now. I'm holding W, I'm holding shift, and I'm holding F. and then I'm pressing E in between. That is so idiotic. Why didn't they just give you the option to have F constantly on, like to see all of the stuff, you know, to see the loot on the ground? Because now, even around here, you have to constantly hold F, because there might be something on the ground, or there might be plants or something like that. I can't even sprint right now because my fucking stamina needs to regenerate. I've always said that I really hate it when a game makes you have stamina drain when not in combat. Like, outside of combat, you should not have stamina drain. Inside combat, yeah, sure, you know, stamina drain inside combat is totally fine. But don't drain the player's stamina outside of combat, because that just really makes it so that you can't explore as much, you can't explore as fast. It's just really unnecessary. Like, where am I supposed to find like a deer or a rabbit or anything like that? There's nothing here. What's that? What the fuck is that? Okay, we killed our first dude. It says 1.2k. What is that? Like, what is the 1.2k? Also, that stickman was hilariously difficult to see, so I wonder, are there more around here? Ah, there's one. Okay, that one didn't drop any loot. Like, am I even gaining levels for this shit? My strength was 11 previously, even though I did gain this. So 302. That did definitely go up. 302. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely gained there. But we didn't get anything else. What is this even? Like, it doesn't say. It gives you no information whatsoever. It doesn't say if it's an ingredient, it doesn't say if you can craft with it, doesn't say the price. It literally just says the weight of it. That's all that it does. Like, what is the use of that? It doesn't say if it's a weapon, an ingredient, a reagent, a building material. It says literally nothing about the fucking thing. Like, that's really idiotic. The game also feels very empty. I mean, there's nothing. Like, this entire area is just like, I would honestly expect this game to be a little bit more like an MMO, you know, like Final Fantasy 14 or World of Warcraft, where you just see plenty of stuff walking around, plenty of stuff to kill. Like, if you have to search for stuff to kill in an MMO, then you're not doing it correctly, you know? Like, you're definitely not doing the MMO genre correctly. And this game is clearly trying to be an MMO with a social aspect and the PvP and the monthly subscription service and all of that kind of shit. But the amount of stuff to do, the amount of enemies to kill, just is definitely not MMO-like. See if I can beat that wolf over there. Fucking hell, this wolf is fast. Holy hell, I even dodged and it still hit me. Bastard. This item will be discarded upon death. Why? Please tell me why. The game does have health regeneration, but holy hell, the health regeneration is slow. Can we heal ourselves? Okay, so it consumed one, but nothing happened. How the fuck does that work? It consumed another one, and nothing happened. So, if you don't do the warm-up mechanic correctly, then you just lose it. This is healing, right? Isn't it? What's this? Yeah, it's healing. Yeah, it's fucking healing. So apprentice palms, apprentice salve. No, that says restores mana. So that one restores mana. That one increases your health by 85, your maximum. That deals damage. Apprentice salve restores health. So... and nothing is happening. Like, why? Am I stupid? Look at that, nothing happens. I don't gain health, I just lose energy. And I lose a stack of the stuff. Like, so healing doesn't work. Look at this, I can fucking heal. I can even try this bullshit here. It doesn't do anything. Literally nothing. So how the hell am I supposed to heal? Left alt. Okay, that's fucking stupid. Okay, that's really fucking stupid. So you have to hold left alt in order to target yourself with a healing spell. And once again, you can't permanently set that. Like, I'm not gonna heal anyone else, and I'm not gonna play in a party. So I would want the spell to always target myself, and yet there's no option for that. So that's just another really fucking stupid thing. Still have no idea what that is. Let my stuff increase. 253. 253. Let's have a look. Like, really, the game just feels so empty. It is way too empty. Also, the mana regenerates incredibly slowly. I don't like fighting these stickmen because I don't get anything from them. Like, the loot that they drop, I don't know what to do with the loot. It doesn't look like I can sell the loot or anything like that. Whereas the wolf pelts, at least you can sell them, and I think, in fact, they are a quest objective. So I don't want to fight stickmen the whole bloody time. But, like, look at this. The game's just empty. Empty, 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 empty. There's nothing. Like, how can you call this an MMO? It's fucking empty. If you think about World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy XIV, I've played a lot of both of them. There's just creatures everywhere. Not like everywhere, but there's fucking creatures at least. And here there's just nothing. I walked all the way there, other side of the bridge, until here, and there was one enemy. Like, this is not how an MMO is supposed to be. Like, look at this. I just don't see anything. There's another stickman. Stickman. I don't want to fight the stickman. Like, honestly, I don't know. What's that? I don't need to play any more of the game, to be honest. Oh shit. Bastard. I dodged that motherfucker. What hit me? That's bullshit. Nothing hit me. Like, I don't even need to play any more of the game, to be honest. The game is just... I don't know. It's trying to be like World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy 14, any of those types of MMOs. With the open world PvP and that kind of stuff, even though in both World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy 14 you have the option of opting out of the PvP. In this game you cannot. You also cannot opt out of the dropping loot on the ground at all. So this game is quite hardcore, and there's no softcore option at all. It has forced PvP and it has forced loot drop on death, both of which are hardcore things that will appeal to a hardcore player but not to a softcore player like myself. There is a shocking lack of enemies in the game. There's a shocking lack of stuff to do in the game. You can fight one wolf and then you need to heal yourself again, and then you can fight another wolf and then you have to heal yourself again. So the game is not at all like a like World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy or anything like that. The game is very much more like just slower. It's much slower. Also, the dodging doesn't actually work. It has now happened like 3 times where how the hell did I kill that wolf in 3 hits? How's that even possible? The previous wolf took like 4 or 5 hits. What was I busy saying? I can't remember. It's much slower. The game is much slower because after basically every battle you have to heal yourself. Healing is not fast, so well, once you've stopped fighting, you need to switch to your other one. Then you need to heal yourself and then swap back to your weapon. And then you need to reload your weapon even though your weapon was already loaded, which doesn't make any fucking sense. That entire process takes like 10 to 15 seconds. So it's just really slow. You need to do that after basically every battle, because as we've seen with that one wolf, even when you dodge, like I dodge, and the wolf just locks onto you and attacks you. Like you can't dodge it, even though I tried to dodge that wolf like 3 times. Oh, there's Menada. I tried to dodge that wolf 3 times, and all 3 times it failed. So the dodging doesn't function correctly, in my opinion. I don't know how to see what level the enemies are. Okay, that is a ranged bastard. Normally in like a MMO like World of Warcraft or anything like that, it's easy to see what level an enemy is. You can see their level relative to your level. In this game it is definitely not. Like, I can't even see what their level is. I have no idea if the enemy is gonna be able to ruffle stomp me, or if I am gonna be able to kill the enemy in a single hit. Like, the game just does not make that information known to you in the slightest. There's other issues like what I said with regards to these items, for instance. I have no idea what these items are, how much they sell for, what they are used for. Are they a reagent? Are they a building material? I have no fucking idea. the tutorial is quite abysmal, actually. Like, really, really quite abysmal. The fact that you have to hold F... Oh, fuck, these things drop them as well. The fact that you have to hold F in order to see the things around you is really, really stupid. You can't lock the highlighting. Like, if you think about Diablo 2 or Titan Quest or Grim Dawn or any of those types of games that have this mechanic, you can lock the highlighting. So you press a key, like a caps lock or whatever, and then it will permanently highlight items around you. And this game simply doesn't allow you to do that. And that means you have to press forward, you have to press and hold forward, you have to press and hold shift. And then you have to press and hold F as well while running around. Otherwise, you are going to miss items. So you have to press and hold 3 buttons simultaneously, like some kind of a keyboard ninja. You have to press Shift, W, and F simultaneously, and then you also have to maneuver. And the issue is the game doesn't allow you to press S or D, like strafing S or D, whilst sprinting with all of those buttons. So you can't even sprint, you can't even strafe while sprinting, which is just another really idiotic limitation to the game. And like I said, the game doesn't provide you with nearly enough information, not only with regards to the items, but also with regards to the ranged weapon. Like the ranged, it doesn't say what the range is, and during the tutorial it clearly stated that the range will be displayed on a weapon, on a ranged weapon. This weapon doesn't show. I mean, the tutorial had several inaccuracies. There were several things that were not accurate in the tutorial. The mana regenerates really, really slowly. The health also regenerates really, really slowly. Both of those things are going to slow down the game significantly. So if the health and the mana regenerated faster, then that would increase the speed of the game. It would increase the pacing of the game and make it less boring. And likewise, the fact that you can only really kill one wolf, for instance, and then you have to regenerate, then you have to heal yourself, that also slows down the game. So you have multiple mechanics in the game, multiple design decisions in the game that are slowing down the game, and it just makes for a incredibly boring, incredibly slow game. The fact that there are no enemies around me right now, not a single enemy, also once again slows down the game. Like maybe 1 or 2 of these mechanics that slow down the game are okay, but you have here 4 or 5 different mechanics slowing down the game. It just makes for a incredibly slow, incredibly boring game. It just, I don't understand how this game is going to be able to attract players and keep a player's engagement, because like the game is boring, the game is slow, like really, really slow. I just don't see how the game is fun. Like, the game is just not fun. The only thing that this game makes me want to do, like, this game doesn't make me want to play this game anymore. This game just makes me want to play World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy 14 or any of the other dozens of better MMORPGs on the market. Like, that's really, like, this game actually makes me want to play Medieval Dynasty. That's another game that I played recently, Medieval Dynasty. Even though Medieval Dynasty is more of a single player game, it actually is very similar to this game. Like, you have a bow and an arrow, swords, you have crafting, it's open world, it has good graphics, you can build a shelter, you can kill wolves and bears and boars and all of that kind of stuff. I can't even loot this. Like, it's showing up, you can see there, it's showing up. I can't, like, you can hear me pressing the button, the E button. Like, I can't even pick it up. So there's bugs in the game. While we're on the topic of crafting, like I said, not Sengoku Dynasty, Medieval Dynasty has crafting. This game doesn't have crafting. It really seems like this game doesn't have crafting. I haven't gotten a tutorial about crafting yet. I don't see when I open my inventory anywhere like crafting or anything like that. Like, normally you are able to press a button like Q, or you will see it in your tab menu, or you will see it in your inventory menu here somewhere, like a crafting panel, I guess I can say, you know, like a crafting panel. There's nothing like that in this game whatsoever. So I don't know. It seems like the game doesn't have crafting, which in a game like this is just an absolute travesty, because when I compare this game to something like Medieval Dynasty, for instance, Medieval Dynasty has everything that this game has and so much more. It's literally the same game and it just has so much more, and it's just really, really a shame. Like, seriously. I don't know, this game just does so many things badly. It does very few things well. Like, the graphics are good. Like, the game has good graphics. We're not talking about great graphics. Like, the graphics looks like it's a game from 2015, you know? It looks like Two Worlds 2 or any of those type of open world games from the early 2010s, you know? So it's not like good graphics, but it's not bad. It's like Medieval Dynasty, basically. So the graphics is good. The fact that the game is open world from the beginning is good. The combat is okay, even though it's basic. It's really quite basic. The fact that you can attack left and right and up and down and all of that bullshit doesn't matter. It doesn't seem to matter. You can still kill stuff just normally by attacking normally with left click and right click. The distance bullshit is obtuse. It just makes the game more obtuse. The fact that you can attack close or far and you do less damage if you attack close than far. That just makes the game more obtuse, to be honest. But yeah, like, it does those things good, but so many things bad, with like the lack of crafting, the shocking lack of enemies in the game. You literally have to run around for like a minute just to find a bloody enemy. It just really, the game is not, it's not fun. It's boring. It's really, really boring. And really all the game makes me want to do is play a better game. A game like Medieval Dynasty, maybe even something like Final Fantasy XIV, World of Warcraft, any of those types of games. And like I said, the game is always online, so you're gonna be interrupted by server outages, as we were interrupted earlier. And that's never fun. It's never fun to pay for a game and then not be able to play the game when you want to play the game. Like, that's never fun. The game, like I said at the very beginning, is gonna have a subscription model. So it's gonna have the same subscription model as World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy XIV, where it costs you $12 a month, according to the developer, $12 a month. And then on top of that, they are also gonna charge for other stuff like item rental. There's gonna be item rentals. This isn't even like centered. How difficult is it to just center the name? They're gonna charge for cosmetics, so there's gonna be purchasable cosmetics. And like I said, purchasing cosmetics in a game that already costs money is something that I do not agree with in the slightest. And then yeah, on top of that, like I said, the game has forced PvP. The game has forced loot drop on death as well. Why can't I pick these up anymore? Like, I still have weight. Or is my inventory full? Is that what you're telling me? Like, let's drop that. Oh, okay. The game doesn't even tell you that your inventory is full. I had to figure that out on my own. I've been trying to pick up stuff the whole time. I'm literally pressing E, and the game doesn't tell you your inventory is full. I had to figure that out on my own. That's fucking stupid. Yeah, my inventory is full. So it doesn't do the simplest things like telling you that your inventory is full. The game also stutters quite a lot, actually. And then, yeah, like I said, forced PvP, forced loot drop on death. The map is fucking useless. Absolutely useless. You aren't told where to go. You aren't shown like 100 meters in that direction, 200 meters in that direction. You aren't showed anything like that at all. So I don't know. The game just is not fun. It's not good. It's not enjoyable. The game just makes me want to play a better game. Really. Drag items. Can we actually do that? Okay, apparently we can do that. Can I shift click or something like that? Shift click. Shift right click. Right click. Okay, so you can just right click. I had to figure that out on my own as well. Okay. I don't know, confirm. What does that do? Oh, then I get flour. Can I sell the flour? No. I don't know. Maybe I can do something with the flour. I don't know. This guy has some really wild mutton chops going on here. Really looks like Wolverine almost. So yeah, guys, like, it's just not a game that I can recommend in the slightest. The game is still, well, it's not even in early access. It will release into early access in like probably a couple of months. And I am glad that the developer sent me a code for the game before the game is even available on Steam yet. But it's just not a game that I can recommend right now. And perhaps the game will be better in the future, perhaps, but as always, I always say, I can only evaluate the game on what it is right now. And it might improve in the future, but I have to evaluate the game on what it is right now. And right now, this game is not good. It is not enjoyable. It's just a game that I cannot recommend in the slightest in its current form. There are simply far better games out there. And the fact that this developer wants to charge $12 a month for this game is something that I will not in 1,000 years even consider. Like, I stopped playing World of Warcraft, and I even played Final Fantasy 14 for a while with a subscription and all of that kind of stuff. Because I just value my time. In my opinion, there's games that are better than those two games that value your time more. You can achieve more in your time with other games than you can with World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy 14, because that's their job. The job of those two games are to give you stuff to do, but not allow you to do everything too fast, not allow you to do everything in like a week even. So those games are designed methodically to make you continue playing, to basically force you to continue to play the game. And it's just not a way I want to spend my time. I would much rather play a game like, for instance, Valheim. Valheim is pretty good. Sengoku Destiny, Medieval Destiny, or the Dynasty? Medieval Dynasty, I think. I keep saying Destiny. Hey, there's Fortuna again. I would just rather play those games like Valheim and those types of games than a game like this or a game like World of Warcraft or anything like that, because you can achieve a lot more. It's just much more of a satisfying experience, in my opinion. And it's open world. You can do what you want. You can do everything. If you invest enough time, you can do everything in the game in still a long amount of time, you know. Like Valheim right now has a lot of content. It will take you more than a week to do everything, and I think not even in a week you will be able to do everything, but it will be a week or 2 weeks of very satisfying gameplay. You'll be very satisfied with the progress that you make in the game. And in a game like this, in a game like Final Fantasy 14, in a game like World of Warcraft, your time, you spend your time and it just feels like you're not getting much done. And this is coming from someone who played World of Warcraft for like 11 years and Final Fantasy 14 for 2 years. So I know what I'm talking about when it comes to those types of games. And I've also played Valheim quite a bit, Medieval Dynasty quite a bit. I have a review for Medieval Dynasty on my channel as well, even though they added a whole bunch of more content to Medieval Dynasty as well since then. It's just these types of games need to have a fair amount of progress, a fair amount of content that you can move through, and this game just feels like it is massively slow and unnecessarily obtuse and unnecessarily slow. And it's just a game that I just cannot bring myself to play for another second, because I just feel like I'm not achieving anything. I wonder if that Fortuna is a bloody bot or something like that, because literally for the past hour she has been running around killing chickens. So I think she might be a bot, maybe. I don't know. She tried to remove her clothes in front of me earlier, but anyway. That's it, guys. Not a game that I can recommend. Quite honestly, I recently did a review of Enshrouded, and even though Enshrouded is not yet released, I was able to play a special version of Enshrouded that is unlimited, and I actually enjoyed Enshrouded. This game is actually not too far removed from a game like Enshrouded. So this game is not yet released, Enshrouded is not yet released, but I've played both of them, and Enshrouded is a much better game. It's a game that I can much more recommend that you even attempt to play it than this game. This game is just not even close. So if you're looking for a new open world game, open world almost like a MMO that you can play, I would much rather recommend Enshrouded, even though Enshrouded is third person, not first person, but it's still open world RPG, building, crafting, go where you want, do what you want type of game. And Enshrouded actually impressed me in a number of ways. It also disappointed me in a number of ways, but if you compare Enshrouded to this game, Enshrouded is miles and miles ahead of this game. So if you don't want to play Valheim or Medieval Dynasty or any of those types of games that I can recommend instead of this game, if you're looking for an open world RPG game, then look forward to Enshrouded, to be honest. That's definitely a game that I can recommend once it comes out. It's not a fantastic game, like I said, there are things that I need to fix, but definitely better than this game. And Enshrouded won't cost you $12 a month. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. As always, if you want to see more content, if you enjoy the content that I am putting out, then it would be very much appreciated if you could head over to patreon.com/LFP, and you can make a donation on there, a monthly donation or a single donation. It is very much appreciated, and it allows me to do more reviews and do more content for you guys in the future. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you guys next time.